Welcome to Bob's Customers, another installment of Two Bob's Show and Tell. This episode is focused on 48-288, the F-16 Bel Colore Vipers sheet that we released about 3 weeks ago, I would say. On this sheet are 3 anniversary schemes, special schemes from the 31st Fighter Wing at Aviano Air Base. A couple of folks helped us out on this sheet. One was Michael Cabral. You might know him from Third Offset Designs. He provides prints and lithographs of various modern military aircraft, and Marcus Smalls, who was actually the crew chief assigned to the Bolo jet, provided some great references as well. So let's go ahead and get into these aircraft. So the first aircraft is a special scheme for the 31st Fighter Wing, returned with honor. Same artwork on each side of the tail there. This aircraft was assigned to Brigadier General Tad T.C. Clark. Full set of stencils, pretty standard as far as the paint schemes outside of the tail, and you can see that here on this sheet. So a lot of the specific stencil markings are provided on this aircraft as well as the rest of them. The next aircraft is a Block 40 aircraft as well, 89-2030. It's assigned to the 510th Fighter Squadron, who's they're known as the Buzzards. And this aircraft is assigned to Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Tread Anderson. They have the same mirrored artwork on each side of the tail, an anniversary scheme to celebrate from the aircraft where the squadron was established in 1943. You can see all the same stencil markings for the most part are attached to this aircraft. One thing you'll see here is this paint barn marking. So it's unique to this aircraft. So we were able to capture that. And I believe this other jet also has a special paint bar marking. So on this one here, on the first aircraft, this is a two-piece decal. It's virtually impossible to trap this yellow behind the black when it comes to font this small. So even though we've gotten away from two-piece decals since we started printing with Cartograph, we had to do that on this just to get the most accurate representation of the artwork that we can. So you'll see that on the decal sheet when I go through that. The third aircraft, which is my favorite, is representative. It's an anniversary scheme of the Operation Bolo and Rolling Thunder. So this aircraft is attached to the Triple Nickel Squadron out of Aviano. This is Marcus Smalls' aircraft. He helped design the paint scheme, and as I stated, he provided a lot of reference information on this aircraft. So one of the unique things about this airplane is the 350 in the nose gear door, Apollo here in the nose gear door as well. Not clear exactly what that reference is, but it was there on the aircraft, so there you go. Paint bar marking specific to this aircraft as well. Not as stylized as the other two, but there you go. We'll get into the paint colors that were used on this aircraft, which are unique as far as the tail compared to what we're used to. Okay, 48-288B, the back side of this. See some photos here. Picture that Marcus provided me once his aircraft was getting ready to roll out of the paint barn. That's kind of cool. Some additional photos for you. The top stencil information is pretty much generic. Obviously, the serial numbers are different on the in-flight refueling receptacle, but the rest of the markings are pretty standard. We provide a yellow decal to put at the top of the vertical stab of 89-2009, and then the stencil markings on the bottom are also pretty consistent from one airplane to the next. We provide some Sniper XR stencil markings. Those are pretty popular. I've seen people actually cut those out and trade them online with different folks. So let's get into the paint colors. So if we look at the gray colors, they're all pretty consistent, like I was saying, and all those colors are available from these various color manufacturers, model paint color manufacturers. The unique colors are the ones where you're going to see a lot of NA. There are no model paint matches for any of these colors, so you're just going to have to basically guesstimate and try to color match as best as you can. The RAL 6007 and 1002 paints are specific to the Bolo jet. those are not FS colors. Those are the actual RAL numbers that were used to paint that scheme, just because of availability out in Italy. So that's what was actually used on those aircraft. Okay, so keep that in mind. The let's look at the actual instruction, or excuse me, decal sheet here. So the decal sheet, you can see here, we'll get into the details of this. So markings for all 3 aircraft. There's enough stencils for 2 aircraft. So you're not going to be able to build all 3 with a stencil provided, but you can do 2 of them. We'll get into the details here. So if you look at the first jet, full size decal that covers all the yellow markings of the tail. I don't know what the deal is here. Oh, here we go. Sorry, screen was messing up there. Okay, so you can see the individual names here. You can also see the detail that goes into the buzzer that goes on the canopy rail. And then also all these colors have a white. The yellow has a white layer underneath it for opacity, and then the white has 2 layers of white for the same reason. Okay, you can see here the 2-layer decals for the paint scheme, or the paint barn marking, as I mentioned earlier, and then you can see the level of detail that we put into these squadron patches. Carbon Wrap prints some great decals, so you'll be able to pick a lot of that stuff out on your actual sheet when you get it. So you get down to the Buzzards aircraft, again, white, multiple layers, okay, yellow as well, has layers, white layer underneath it. You can see the thin yellow border on the names attached to these aircraft, okay. And then the 2030 number, you can see there's another layer of white under that for the reasons I stated earlier. Okay, Rolling Thunder. So multiple layers of white for the same reasons. And you can see the stencil markings provided for these aircraft. Here's your sniper markings here. There's 1 set, 2 sets. And then what we've been doing in the last handful of sheets, I hope you guys like this, is that we've segregated the various areas of the aircraft as far as the stencils. I think it makes it easier for you guys to locate all these decals while you're doing the decaling on your model. So there you go. Alright, so size for the Tamiya kit, 48-288, already available. We've already shipped these to some of our distributors overseas, but as per normal, you can buy these directly from our website. So $16, great deal. Alright, thanks for your time. See ya.